Hey, do you often wish that there was more Animal Well? Well, there is, because Animal Well custom mapping is now a thing. Just a few weeks ago, the first Animal Well custom map was fully released, Puzzle Well by Randomizer. The same randomizer famous for solving the cessation cipher in Noita. So you can expect this map to be very tricky, and it even has a post-game layer of secrets for the community to solve together. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to install both Dregu's map editor called Maxwell, as well as Red's map editor. Maxwell is what you need to play Puzzle Well, and Red's editor is a fully featured map editor that you can use to make your own maps. And then after this short installation guide, I'm just going to show you some small scenes from within the Puzzle Well map. I don't want to spoil anything though. And then after that, I'm going to jump into the map editor from Red and just give you a little walkthrough of that. Also incredibly interesting for the Animal Well community, the Animal Well Collector's Edition from Limited Run Games was very limited. There were only a very small amount produced. Well, what if I was to tell you that there's some other Animal Well swag coming out, including a vinyl of the OST? Yeah, I will show you everything you need to know about that soon. First, let me show you how to install Maxwell and get this custom map running. Okay. I have links to everything in the video description. Once you have everything downloaded, we need to know where Animal Well is installed. So an easy way to do that is to just open Steam and then right-click Animal Well in your library, go down to Manage, and then Browse Local Files. This will open the install directory. Now I want to just cut and paste Maxwell into this directory. And then in here, we extract everything. Go down to 7-zip or whatever you use and then extract here. Now we want to run Maxwell for the very first time. So just open the folder, double click the icon, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna pop up this box. Just hit enter. And then it's going to run the game with Maxwell on top of it, as you can see. Maxwell is an editor that allows you to do a lot of really cool things, but in our case, right now, we're just trying to run a map. So we want to just go to the mods menu and then open mods folder. This will create the mods folder, if this is the first time you're doing this. Now we can either minimize or shut down the game, and then open the mods folder and then cut and paste the Puzzle Well zip file into it. And now we want to unzip this folder in here. I'm just going to keep everything as is. I'm going to keep the zip file in there. We don't need to delete that. Anyway, now I'm going to make a quick shortcut to Maxwell on my desktop. Just right click that pink sub, go down to send to, and then desktop. Beautiful. And now you're set. Just double click Maxwell, it's gonna start the game, and then just make sure you hit F10 to turn off the UI so that doesn't get in your way and you don't feel inclined to cheat, because Maxwell does allow you to cheat. Anyway, yeah, now every time you double click Maxwell, it's gonna automatically run Puzzle Well for you. All you need is just one free save slot in order to save your game. Just remember that that save slot is for the mod. So right now there is only this one custom map out, but when there are hopefully a bunch of custom maps, guys, please make them. I might make one too. I'd love to, actually. I just need to find the time to do it. But when there are a bunch of custom maps around, you're gonna have to delete whatever's in your Maxwell mods folder and just keep one mod in there at a time. But for all intents and purposes, we are finished now, and you may enjoy Puzzle Well. It is an extremely impressive map. It makes a lot of very interesting and creative use of some pretty obscure features of the Animal Well engine. There are a few things that the game kind of does, the vanilla game, that this map really doubles down on. So in order to get through this map, you're gonna really need to understand some more complicated features. And I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just showing some screens here. Anyway, I will definitely have another video probably playing through this entire map just as a guide, solving everything if you want to see that. Now for Redcrafter's map editor. I'm just gonna download that from the releases tab right here. 1.4.0 is the latest version at the time of this recording. And keep in mind that when you go to download this, it is an exe file, so Windows is gonna freak out. But if you want to scan it, by all means, use an antivirus program to scan it first. But obviously, this is just a false positive. The same thing will happen when you go to run it for the first time. Windows is gonna be like, hey, you're trying to run this thing, and it's gonna break your life. but it's not. It's just a false positive. Anyway, once you do have the editor open, I'm gonna go up here and load game, and then you gotta tell it, just like with Maxwell, where the install directory of AnimalWell is. So again, you can find that by right-clicking AnimalWell in your Steam library, go to Browse Local Files, and then it's that directory there. So in my case, that's on my G drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common, AnimalWell. And then you want to select that, and it's going to open your entire AnimalWell vanilla map. So you can see and edit everything if you want to right now. And you can even turn on in-game rendering in the editor, and it runs pretty well. So you can see what your map is going to look like with all the lighting effects. It's very, very nice. And then there's even a tool up here to randomize all the items. Now, I don't know if you use that if the map is going to be completable. I don't know if the editor takes into consideration having to actually beat the game, but it's a quick and easy randomizer. Anyway, now let's get into the meat of things. Let me turn off the in-game rendering, and let's show you how you can edit. Let me just zoom in to a safe screen, safe-ish, over here with our chameleon friends. And then you want to go from view mode to edit mode, obviously. That's how you can start deleting tiles and adding your own tiles and such. And then if you open the tile list, this will display every single tile in the entire game. Even some that are not even used by the vanilla game, as far as we know, like Mr. Purple here. We can design a map using the old antagonist that was shown off in like very early alpha footage of the game. There's even this, look at that. This AnimalWell QR code. I wonder what happens when you scan that, huh? Hee hee. All right, so in order to actually edit here, I'm going to load an empty map that I have. If you want me to upload this, I'll probably add that to the description, just so you don't have to go in and delete everything yourselves. You can just start with a blank canvas. Make sure you're in edit mode, and then you down here in the ID box, you want to type in the number of the tile that you want to use, and then hold down right-click or press right-click in order to paint with that tile. Easy as pie. There you go. Again, I have not played around with the editor too much, and from what I know, there are some things that might not work very well, or you will definitely crash the game. So I think to be safe, back up your save file, please. There is a lot that is hard-coded in the engine, like the way that the world wraps around. You can't change that. So this is going to be a huge learning experience, but there you go. This is how you get started with creating your own AnimalWell maps. I cannot wait to see the extremely difficult AnimalWell Kaizo, including a room where it's almost impossible to avoid getting chinchillaed to death constantly. Also, you can make your own secrets. You can make your own flute songs. You don't have to use the same ones that the game uses. You can create entirely new, deep levels and layers of secrets. It's insane, and I cannot wait for some of you out there to please do this. That's why I'm making this video. I really, really think that a lot of very creative people in the AnimalWell community could make some insane creations with this. Anyway, I mentioned backing up your save file. This is the location of it. Users, your username, app data, of course, local low, and then you go down to, is it local low? Yeah, it's right here. Billy Basso, and then AnimalWell. And then you just back up that save, which I have already done here a long time ago, actually. Now, what about that merch? What about that vinyl? What about that insane looking collector's edition? Video game design, culture, and preservation studio Lost in Cult, having already created design works books for Outer Wilds, Ultros, and more, are back with possibly their most beautiful edition ever, AnimalWell Design Works. Made in collaboration with the developers Billy Basso and Dan Edelman, as well as Video Game Donkey and Leah at Big Mode, Lost in Cult just released this amazingly beautiful book, deep diving into the depths of the well. This book tells the fascinating story of its solo development, detailing and documenting that development process with never-before-seen forgotten prototypes, insights, secrets, artwork, and more from the supergroup involved in the creation and success of this endlessly inventive pixel art Metroidvania. As always, they've created a deluxe edition, exclusively available during the pre-order campaign running from May 8th to July 1st. Included in the deluxe edition is a beautiful hardcover book with an outer UV reactive slipcase that reacts with an intricate rainbow holographic visual delight. The hardcover book features glow-in-the-dark accents as an ode to the mystery and depths of the well. Also included are 3 stunning art prints, 4 pin badges housed within a Famicom-inspired pin badge box, a Save Your Progress bookmark, and perhaps best of all, an infinite looping cassette featuring hauntingly engineered, ever-looping ambient sounds from the world of Animal Well. Also available is the Animal Well original soundtrack vinyl, with tracks from the game on one side and ambient mixes on the other, alongside never-before-heard unreleased tracks. This is a great companion piece to the book, but is also available on its own. Of course, if you're watching this video after the campaign closes on July 1st, or you just want the book by itself, that will remain available. But be quick on the deluxe edition because that will sell out quickly. So if this does look like it's up your alley, the link will be down below in the comments and video description, containing my code FuryForged which will give you 5% off not only the Designworks book and the deluxe edition and the vinyl, but anything on the Lost in Cult store right now. So if you want to help support people who are producing extremely cool content for video games, Lost in Cult is doing that, and hey, I think I'm doing that too. If you want to support me, use my link. All right, thanks. Again, you can use code FuryForgedAW at www.lostincult.co.uk. Anyway, alright, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it helps you. Please make some maps. I would love to see it. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Happy well dwelling.